Hi, Tony Scelzo here. We're at the Bob, and I get this question so much, I figured I'd get a video blog out and we'd kind of answer it. Nikki came up with this great tool on really deciding what is my niche, what am I really good at, and how do I choose where to focus my time and energy in marketing. I could go on and on why it's so important to really get focused on what your niche is, who your target market is, and really go after them. But here's a great tool that Nikki came up with to really decide whether or not this is the right target market you should go after. So what she does is she puts a scale up here like this, a virtual graph, if you will, and says, okay, this is passion, this is expertise, this is lucrative. And then what you do is you go in and you write, let's say doctors is one of the targets you're looking after. And let's say you're looking at another one as contractors, and that could be another niche that you're looking at going after. And then let's say the other niche could be lawyers. So you've got 3 different niches there. And the first question you ask yourself, am I passionate in working with doctors? And if there's a yes, you put plus there. If there's no, you put negative. So I like working with doctors. Let's say, yeah, I feel like I'm passionate about helping their stress in their lives or running their business. And I say, you know, doctors would be a good target market for me. And then I say, am I an expert? Well, no, I really don't know any doctors. I don't socialize with doctors. I don't have any family members that are doctors. So I'm going to say, no, I'm not an expert when it comes to being great with doctors. The next question you ask yourself, is it lucrative? Can they afford me? You know what? Doctors make money. You know, they've got the resources. If they own their own practice, then I should be good at working with them. So I say, sure, yeah, they're going to be lucrative. And so I've got a positive, a negative, and a positive. Then I start to say contractors. You know, am I good at working with contractors? Am I passionate? Well, I've helped Chris Reed, and he's done well, and I had passion in working with them, and I would say that, you know, I could get excited about their business because I know how to drive it and how to grow it. Then I say, am I an expert? Man, I really don't know if I'm an expert in working with contractors. I've had some luck, but I don't have a demonstrated history of working with them, so I'm going to go ahead and put a negative there. And are contractors lucrative? Well, man, you know, their business is hurting right now, and the building is down and remodeling is up, but I don't know if they'd necessarily be the most lucrative, so I put a negative there. Then I get to lawyers. Okay, am I an expert on, you know, working with lawyers? Am I passionate about working with lawyers? The reason we talk about passion is because if you're passionate, it exudes through you, then you're able to transfer that passion to other people, and through transferring that to other people, your word of mouth carries on beyond you and affects other people. So am I passionate about working with lawyers? I work with Matt every day. We have a great synergistic relationship in our businesses. I see what they see. They're also an expert, like a content expert, so I resource them and I can talk some of their lingo. So yeah, I'm going to say I'm passionate in working with lawyers. Am I an expert? You know, no, I'm not an expert, but I could see a clear path in gleaning to become an expert because all I got to do is walk down the hall and talk to Matt every day on, you know, what are the problems that are going on with lawyers and how do I help them navigate that? And so I could become an expert very quickly. So I'm gonna lobby for a plus there. You know, are they lucrative? Wow, yeah, you know, kind of like doctors. They if they're doing right, they're billing right. I could effectively watch the impact of my coaching in their business, and so we could really, you know, we could make it lucrative. So, man, just by going through this simple exercise, I really kind of identified, you know, what would be stronger for me as a niche than 2 other ones that before I was thinking I might have a fighting chance at. And just by going through this, all the possible niches you could go after, and then really writing down the positives and the negatives and creating this chart, I could really determine where I need to focus my time and energy. Look, I know I can be passionate about helping lawyers. I know I've got a path to become an expert or gain expertise with lawyers. I know that they'd be lucrative, and bam, I've got a niche. And just by firing off these other 2 possible ways to market, I get really focused in the time and how I spend my energy going after lawyers. I'm going to get involved in any association that has to do with the legal industry. I'm going to read up on the books that the path that already people have put down in front of me. I'm going to network, and I'm going to work with other people that target lawyers. I'm going to access my lawyer friends and really get an understanding of that culture. And all of that is going to build and help me really get different from my competition. All that's going to make me look different. And because of that, I'm going to create leverage in my marketing.